my thoughts don't align with the majority of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
These guys want a pity party. Hey, if I'm broke, she should want me.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I'm struggling, she should be able to build with me.
What?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't believe in that building with you bullshit.
If you do not mind now, for this last 20 minutes, I would like to shift the topic to two of our like separate channel subjects in order to get your opinion on it. So L-Dub, Lindsay, our female Voltron Lion member, couldn't be with us today because the man was holding her down and then give her off today. I wanna ask you a question about something she brought up with us in our Discord chat, and I want to get your opinion on it. But I'm gonna share some screen and run like some video for like a minute or so, and then see, because I want to see if you know about this story. And then I'm gonna ask a question and get your background on it. But let me quit talking. I'm gonna do some share screen right quick.
We had a little bit of an argument, which I don't think the details are necessary. And in that argument, I was so fed up and so tired that I just looked at him and I said, well, then file the divorce papers. And in our relationship, that is the one cardinal thing that you don't say, even though my husband has said it numerous times because he's the runner. But when I say it, it really holds weight because I'm not the type of person who says what I don't mean.
Okay. I'm stopping that right there. Do you know who that is? Mr. Wisdom. You do not, you do, you don't.
I don't.
All right. I did not either before a couple of days ago. Anyway, that lady's name is like Bunnie XO, and she's married to Jelly Roll. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Right.
The country big singer, right?
Country / hip hop.
It's like country hip hop or something.
Big dude. Now it's like just a husky dude, bunch of tattoos, got like a old school.
He popped up on my newsfeed today.
Story. It might have been because of that.
Yeah.
So anyway, apparently he and this Bunnie XO person were married, right? Go figure. Wonder, you know Jelly Roll. You know what Jelly Roll looks like, right? Some kind of way. They were married or whatever, whatnot. And now there, as you can see, there's a split, a divorce pending about, allegedly about to happen. So when Lindsay brought this to our attention, because I barely knew Jelly Roll, and I definitely didn't know he was married. I damn sure didn't know who Bunnie XO was. But anyway, when she brought this to our attention, she was saying basically that they got married when Jelly Roll was basically an unknown. And now he's blown up and there's a divorce pending, almost as though, now the success came on his behalf and now he's leaving Bunnie XO behind, right? If that is the case, I'm going to say that's the case. I don't know if that is the case. It sounded like they got into some heated junk. I don't know what it was about and that came up, but let's say he did blow up and now he's moving on from Bunnie XO. I think that, and I hate Lindsay isn't here because I don't really want to interpret her statement and her question, but I feel like it's the statement that, and I know you've heard it a lot, that you'll hear a lot of women say about not getting in relationships based on potential. Right? You hear that a lot, right? And we hear the term about the finish line woman, right? The woman that's waiting on the finish line for you to won all your battles, conquered all of that stuff. Now, I'm here now. So I feel like this Jelly Roll situation is quote unquote like they're proof in the pudding as to why you don't date potential. And I wanted to get your opinion on that. Do you see it as such? Is this a reason why you don't date potential? Because if they blow up, they might leave you.
Well, can we ask a question before that?
Sure.
In your opinion, Wisdom, is it even okay to date potential, or is that something you should even consider?
Me or him? Me or JR?
JR.
Whose opinion? Oh, okay.
JR's opinion.
And you're speaking from the should a woman date potential? Or you're just talking about in general.
Or in general.
I don't even want to say feel, but when it comes to potential, I think it's definitely an age thing too. Because when you're young, I think it's different as opposed to when you're older and you know better. An older woman that's lived, what I mean by that is a woman that's not in her 20s anymore. She's in her 30s and she's still dating potential. I think there's an issue. If she's in her 20s or a teenager or somebody when she's young, even though if you're willing to go that route, puppy love, things like that, I understand that happens. But you should know when you date a man in his 20s, we all know this. Unless he's born into wealth, silver spoon, some type of nepotism going on, he's not really going to have his stuff together. He's trying to find out, his way, or trying to find his way to the wealth and to the money. And, a good parent would explain that to the daughter and to the son. Like, hey, you need to be ferocious with what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And you can start a family, but it's still just potential.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, because you don't know how it's going to turn out. Now, when you're a woman in your 30s and you're like, okay, I see potential in this guy, he's 30s or even 40s, I think that's an issue. Because I think by then you should, and this is just my opinion, a lot of these guys I'm not in the manosphere.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys in the manosphere should always look at it like, and I think, again, my thoughts don't align. You guys are asking me. My thoughts don't align with the majority of these guys. These guys want a pity party. Hey, if I'm broke, she should want me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, if I'm struggling, she should be able to build with me.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't believe in that building with you bullshit. I believe a woman needs to be able to help you, in some way, shape, or form. She's not about to be pretty and just be here. She needs to be contributing in some way, shape, or form.
I think,
you know what I mean?
I think because you had a video too where a lady was talking about potential, right? And not dating it. And I think sometimes what words matter. And I think oftentimes the word potential gets put on people that don't have it.
Correct.
So the stuff that lady was describing, she was like, I'm gonna, give him a chance because he's got potential, even though he hadn't worked in a year and blah. No, that even though automatically was like, there's not potential there. So it's like, I think oftentimes they'll just say anybody that hasn't made it yet is a potential date. And that's not the case. Like, so here's my opinion on it. Not that you asked. I think if a man has potential regardless of the age, but I mean true potential. And I don't mean like the lady, he hadn't worked. No, there's a vision. He's working towards it. There's other people in his surrounding that you can see the mechanisms are moving, that sort of thing, right? That's potential. Not somebody that's selling pipe dreams all day. I'm not talking about that. Because the thing is, this is men or women. Anybody can stand around and wait at the finish line. And if you do that, you haven't brought any value to that participant. So the same way that potential person could come up and quote unquote leave after they've come up, that person that's already won all of his races and battles, he damn sure is going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And so I think those things need to be weighed and kept in mind, because oftentimes that truly potential man or woman, but that truly potential person that does have a partner that does latch on to them during that building time, depending on the character, but a lot of times that person has an extra incentive because of that quote unquote duty not to do the whole, I done came up, so I'm getting ready to do. Because I mean, you've got a lot of, I want to say a lot like it's the majority, but you have your Samuel Jacksons, your Denzels, these people that have had their life partners when I was a crackhead.
Yeah.
Right? And these dudes haven't gone anywhere. They could have gone anywhere they wanted to. They've gone nowhere. Why? Because that person invested in them when they have potential. And I think a lot of times we forget that relationships are investments. Investments come with risks. They're not guarantees. All you can do is raise your potential for success. They're not guarantees. So is it a risk getting with potential guy? Yeah, he could never make it. Or he could, quote unquote, pull a jelly roll and blow up and dip. But there's also risk in waiting around at the finish line also. So there's risk on either side. So I just think you got to assess which one is better for you. So it just cracks me up with this argument about, you know, leaving potential alone or what, and all of this stuff. I just think oftentimes people don't identify true potential. It's like they call anybody that hadn't made it yet, oh, a potential candidate. No, not really.
I think women, and I think women are different too. I think women know what they're dealing with, but they try to lie to themselves and say that they don't know. I didn't know the example you gave earlier about that video that I.
Yeah, he hadn't worked in a year. How the hell does that sound like potential? It doesn't.
Got 5 baby mamas, hasn't worked. He's living with you. None of this.
I thought he had potential. No, you didn't. I'm glad you said that like that. No, you knew what you were twerking with. Yeah. That was not potential right there. Don't put that label on that guy, because now you're making the real potential dude look bad. Yeah.
But it's far too often. I always felt women have to have something to complain about, or the misery, woe is me. You know, you rarely hear women that say, I just met the perfect guy and it just went, not the perfect guy, I just met this guy and he did this and I never had to worry about anything, and I didn't have to go through that because I noticed that these were the signs, as opposed to the drama or the trauma bonding amongst women where I had the same story as you. I chose this guy who had multiple baby mamas, didn't have much going on. I was trying to help him. I was doing this. I lost all my money. He stole this. He emptied out my savings. I took him back. He beat my ass. You know, this is just common. That is just like how, well, you don't know because you're right up in it. You don't know, like you don't. I've never been in a relationship like that or been a battered man. I'm just saying, like, if somebody's beating your ass, you know what I mean? I feel like I just think that you're wired different to want to struggle. I think there's a lot of women that they say they want that certain type of guy that all the other women talk about, but I just think they want that struggle. You know what I mean? Whether it's getting your ass beat, whether it's, you know, financially struggling, you know, stabbing, shooting out tires, kicking out windows, and I'm not saying that's the majority, but I just think that in some way, shape, or form, that toxicity is desired.
It's the excitement.
It's the excitement of it. It's desired, you know. And I think that's why a lot of women are single too. You know, they're all over the place. If you're living in the moment constantly, as opposed to, you know, we could be, and I've used this example in several videos because I've lived it. You can be making sweet love one night and the next day you don't hear from her and she's gone. Or you could be clapping her up multiple times a week, then she just disappears.
Poof.
You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that happens. So, you know,
you're like multiple times.
You can, be doing the most outrageous stuff to this woman and her doing the same thing to you, and then she just
poof
disappears. And women, when you explain this to women, they're, something happened.
Yeah, you did something.
I had and I'm gonna say this real quick. I had I think I was telling you about this Dominican, 49-year-old Dominican, right? 49 years old, right? Clapped her up twice, right? She comes at me, you know, powerful Lewinsky and everything, right?
I ain't got no noise for that.
So she comes back and says that she wants to be celibate.
Cool.
Like within like the next week. She has to figure things out. I want to be celibate. If you're cool with that, I think I moved too fast. And I'm just like, you know, I'm looking at her straight in her eyes. I'm like, that's cool. I said, and this is exactly what I said to her. I said, women are allowed to do whatever they want to do. Do what you feel like you need to do. As much as in my mind, the shit doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because you were just doing this, then all of a sudden you changed your mind and decided to go ghost, and then when you decide to see me again, I think I want to be celibate, and figures. You're 49 years old. Like, what are you talking about? You were just doing all this, and this. You know what I mean? And it's just, but it's when they say this, it's acceptable because they're allowed to do whatever they want, regardless of how much it may. Let's just say hypothetically, how much it affects the person that they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, we could have been, I could have been making plans and whatever have you, which is what women want, right? And then you just up and just say, well, I just want to do this, and you should be able to accept that, and still take me on dates though. Still show me a good time, entertain me and stuff like that. And it's really like most women that you run, and I don't want to turn this into that, but most women you run across is just basically entertain me. I'm not doing anything for you. I don't care to do anything for you, whatever.
So there you have it, jelly roll.
Yeah, I know, right?